Hello, it is I. Who am I? Doesn't matter. What does matter, however, is that recently TZE gave us a bunch of new skill builder blocks, and of course some were more useful than others. But there was one state that seemingly no one knew how to use, that being the LastHit State. Until now. So in today's video, I'll be going over how it works, how to use it, and the one practical use case scenario it actually has. Now normally I would build an example move with you step by step in order to demonstrate how it works, but this time I thought it would be a little better to have a pre-built demonstration instead. So here's a simple move. It does an animation, plays a sound, waits 1 second, and then applies an effect on someone who's been hit within the last 0.1 second. Now normally this move would do absolutely nothing because you can't possibly hit anything within the last 0.1 seconds when you are stunned by the 1 second of wait. But what if I were to try doing this move right now? As you can see, something happened here, and that is because of how the LastHit State works. You see, the LastHit State basically applies a phantom hit on whatever player you hit within the last hit seconds, which is why the effect applied on the dummy even though I didn't actually hit him within the last 0.1 seconds. Now you can actually apply this phantom hit to yourself, and the way you do that is very simple. As per usual, you just go into LastHit and you type in -1. Now I will phantomly hit myself, and the person this branch will affect is me. Now you might be telling me that this is actually useless, and to be honest with you, I completely agree with a slight asterisk, because there's actually one practical use I can think of, that being Bluetooth movesets, which are basically just movesets where you can attack or affect the opponent from anywhere across the map, kinda like Sans. Now more specifically, it is most useful if you want your Bluetooth moveset to require somewhat of a link, and I'll demonstrate this through a neat little concept moveset right here. Now I just got the custom moveset myself, and the way this is supposed to work is very simple. Right, first we have this link move, which when applied is supposed to link me and the dummy together, as you can see here by the glowing white orbs. And then while this link is active, I can activate a command on him. It's a very simple moveset, but that's also the issue. The easiest way for this to work is to simply have the command move commit a branch upon the opponent with the last hit, not the state, I meant the setting. In this case, applying a branch upon any opponent that's been hit within the last 24 seconds. Now, of course, this is all fine and dandy, but the issue is that the link is not any special, right? I can just hit him with an M1 and I can still do the command. Don't ask me why his ragdoll is so laggy, I really couldn't tell you. And the second issue is that it's simply uncancelable, right? So when I hit this guy, we're clearly linked here together thanks to the white orbs, and when I get hit, the effect cancels. But the issue is that even though the effect has canceled and our link has, ultimately at the end of the day, I've still hit him within the last 24 seconds, so this happens. So in other words, unless if we were to switch to a more complicated setup, this would be entirely uncancelable. But you see, that's exactly where the LastHit State shines. Here I've done a little revamp to the link move, which has been refreshed with the involvement of the LastHit State. The way it works now is that after the first hit, it will continuously apply a phantom hit upon the opponent. This then solves our two problems without making it too complicated. After all, we will no longer need to have overly long last hits to compensate for the time between hits, because we will be constantly applying our little phantom hits onto our opponent. Second of all, it differentiates our link move from our normal M1s, as with the link we will be constantly refreshing our hits, whereas the M1 needs a constant supply. And of course, before I forget, it also allows for the canceling of the link, as when your opponent cancels you, you will no longer be constantly applying those phantom hits. So let's put that to the test, shall we? So now that our link is applied, we can then use the command. And as you can see right there, it works just fine. And of course, now if I get cancelled, well, then I can't use the command on him anymore because I'm not constantly hitting him with the phantom hits that allow the command move to know that this player has been hit within the last 1 second. So that's all I can tell you about the LastHit State. To be honest with you, I can't really figure out any more niche scenarios that it would be really useful in compared to, well, you know, just extending the setting of the last hit. But either way, subscribe if you really enjoyed this video, not that it really matters. So instead, just make sure to have a great rest of your day wherever you are and stay safe. See ya!